Hello everyone. Today the presentation of our group center on the topic leadership analysis of Elon Musk and Ren Zhengfei. Here is our group, and this is Hong Kai Li and Kang Li. This is Shu Yuan and this is Huang Li.
Okay, this slide is our content. First, it's about the Elon Musk Twitter approach. Then the second one is the Elon Musk style approach. The next one is the Ren Zhengfei skill approach. The last one is the Ren Zhengfei competency approach. Let's move to the next part. Leadership is the position whereby individual influence a group of the individual to achieve common goals, different from the manager who wants unidirectional authoritarian. Leaders tend to expect motivational influence and change the way what people think is possible. Today I'm going to discuss two famous leaders, Elon Musk and Ren Zhengfei, and try to explore their leadership tactics via different approach. Here is the primary structure. Basically, this presentation can be divided into four parts, namely the leadership analysis of the Elon Musk bureau trader approach and the style approach, and the leadership analysis of Ren Zhengfei skill approach and the competency approach. Besides, we will give a brief biography for each leader before formal analysis. Okay, this is the next part. Let me first show the industry. The preeminent biography of the Elon Musk was born in South Africa and successfully acquired the citizenship of the Canada and United States in the 1982 and 2002 respectively. He owned a lot of things. He owned an enviable and brilliant diploma. He is the graduate from the Water School of the University of the Pennsylvania. It's about the education. Major in economics, and he is also the graduate of the University of Pennsylvania School of Science. Major in psychology for occupation. He is an entrepreneur and energy. Other side is Tony Stark in the space industry on a lot of titles. He's the foundational leadership side. It's about a lot of title of the SpaceX, and he's also the founder CEO product director of the Tesla. Is also founder of the X.com now X.com now knows as a PayPal. And many times it will be very interesting to explore the leadership and style of such a brilliant man with a different approach. Let's give the party to my teammate Shu Yuan.
Our group used different approach to do that leadership analysis of the Elon Musk, namely the chip approach and the style approach. Let's first take a look at the chip approach and then go for the style approach in a while. For the perspective or the chip approach, Elon Musk was born a leader and shows most on the major leadership chip, intelligence, self-confidence, determination, integrity, and sociability. Firstly, Elon Musk is definitely an intelligent man, not only graduating from top university, but also the founder of the several great enterprise in the totally different field, convenience, software, energy, auto, the aerospace, and the young age. Elon Musk is also very self-confident. In the 2008 financial crisis, when many companies go back complicit, Elon Musk didn't stop his business. Moreover, Elon Musk is a man of great determination. Actually, a special X was not favored by either the Musk. Probably no stabilities and the very beginning. But he possessed his idea and now makes SpaceX success. Besides, Elon Musk is a man of the integrity. Let's go back again in the 2008 financial crisis when Tesla, SpaceX, and the Solar City Air all entangled with financing difference. Elon Musk sold his one sport car and a helicopter and used the money to pay for his employee choose and abilities his business to continue. Last but not least, the sociability of the Elon Musk ranks high. Actually, Elon Musk is a talent speaker and he can always persuade the investor in Wall Street to put money into his business continuously. And next, we have already learned the 5-factor personality model in classes, and starting by the judge has shown that the extroversion in the factor most strongly associated with leadership and also the most important chain of the effective leader. This matter analysis is also verified by the Elon Musk. Basically, Elon Musk increased high the level of the extroversion during his business life. He is known as the real version of the Iron Man, and he usually answers the public demand talking about the last development in his technical projects, solar projects, battery factor, check and SpaceX in the Rosary. During most of his speech, he tends to show his endless passion and confidence in all of his projects, outlining the new life scenario about future. It is his sexual version about that perceived investor attacked potential customers, encourages employees, and most important facilitates his business. And next, then I could like to use another approach, the style approach, to explore how Elon Musk helped to reach his proposal while text behavior and the relationship behavior. Basically, the style approach suggestion that a leader typically has to contact negative the concept for production, which is illustrated by text behavior, and the contact for people, which is illustrated by relationship behavior. Okay, the move on next will make.
Let's together analyze some behavior of Elon Musk and classify them into task behavior or relationship between one by one. Let's talk about the section 1.
writing to his employees and telling them close level communication is allowed if they have some ideas and or suggestions to enhance efficiency and promote innovation of the company. This is a task behavior trying to enhance efficiency in communication. Situation 2 is about when Tesla's production fell behind the schedule. Elon Musk started sleeping in the office and spends more than 100 hours a week at work. This is exhausting, can inspire employees and attract talent from all over the world. This can also be classified into task behaviors since it tries to encourage employees to achieve their objectives. Next situation, Elon Musk is very concerned about the small flaws in the email and hopes that all comments have to be approved by him. And this behavior seems to be unnecessary, but it does make the team more efficient. This is still a task behavior trying to enhance efficiency in communication. And the next page, the situation 4. When employees feel too stressed and embarrassed, sometimes Musk will just fire them. This project has nothing to do with you. From now on, I'm the CEO of this project. Different from the situation above, this is a relationship. Behavior indicates that Elon Musk, to some extent lacks of concern for his employees. The last one, people around Elon Musk were surprising consistent about his working style. Musk was a paranoid, self-righteous man, and he hardly considered the feelings of others. Just like the fourth situation, this is still a relationship behavior showing that Elon Musk lacks concern for people. Let's move on to the next page. In class, we have learned Black Mountain's manager leadership with, and now I want to fit the leadership style of Elon Musk into this grade. During the manager life of Elon Musk, he tends to exhibit a high concern for production but a relatively low concern for people. Actually, this is also implied by the situation analysis in the last two slides. According to Black Mountain's management leadership grade, Elon Musk is in a typical style of produce or polish mode. That's to say, he likes to make rules and punishments during his management. Besides, his employees are generally evaluated by their performance. His style actually works out in some startup companies. As a matter of fact, most of Tesla's employees do think that the best part of this company is very efficient. Although the boss is sometimes cruel, and any employees in Tesla will never be ignored when he makes some accomplishment. So the question is, the leadership style of Elon Musk stands in the best mode of this grade. In the best mode of this grade, where it is recommended for Elon Musk to gradually cultivate some humanistic care among his employees. That's to say, it is better for Elon Musk to show high concern for both production and people at the same time. However, it is suggested for Elon Musk to gradually some humanistic care in his company. This new mode would help to achieve a stable and long-run development of his business.
Till now, we have finished the leadership analysis for Elon Musk. Let's move on and take a look at another leader, Ren Zhengfei. Compared to Elon Musk, the biograph of Ren Zhengfei is much more concise. He is a Chinese graduate from Chongqing Jianzhou University. He is an entrepreneur and also an engineer. Most importantly, Ren Zhengfei is the founder of the Huawei, which is the largest manufacturer of telecommunications equipment and the second largest manufacturers of smartphones in the world. The leadership analysis of Ren Zhengfei is also accompanied with two approaches, namely the skill approach. I would first talk about the skill approach and then go for the contingency approach analysis. Let's first look at the left-hand slide of the left-hand slide of this slide. According to Kennedy, all leaders need three basic skills, namely the technical skill, the human skill, and the conceptual skill. The Kennedy point out that that the importance of each skill varies based on the level of management. Basically, the technical skill is most important at lower level of management. The human skill is important at all level of the organizations, and the conceptual skill is the most important at top management levels. Ren Zhengfei is CEO of Huawei, definitely locked in the top management level. According to this theory, he is expected to exhibit middle level of conceptual skill. In reality, the basic skill mastery of Ren Zhengfei satisfies of our expectations. On the one hand, he just owns the ordinary technical skill. In public speaking, Ren Zhengfei claims that he is far from an expert in fitness. In fitness management or technology, on the other hand, Ren Zhengfei owns extraordinary human skill and conceptual skills. In order to enhance the job satisfaction of his employees, he shares benefits and responsibilities with most of them. On the conceptual level, Ren Zhengfei successfully cultivated the wolf country of Huawei, which greatly promotes the efficiency. And also applying the skill model of leadership to make deeper analysis. The model tries to identify the leadership factors that create exemplary job performance in an organization. When applying the model to Ren Zhengfei, I found that Ren Zhengfei does own some extraordinary attributes and competencies for intense. He is adventurous and innovative. Actually, he claims that the home company works for the dream of Internet of Everything. From the perspective of company, Ren Zhengfei is especially good at seeking opportunity and appointing people based on their merit. The leadership outcome is that Huawei is indeed a great company in the world, and his employees generally feel self-fulfilled. I want to point out that it is his current experience and the environment factors that shape his individual attributes and companies and competencies. Actually, the environmental factors, which include that trade war with United States and the development of 5G, also exert some influence on his leadership outcomes. Finally, I'm going to apply the contingency approach to analyze the leadership of Ren Zhengfei. As a leader match theory, the contingency theory tries to match leader to appropriate situations based on three basic situation variables, namely leader-neighbor relation, task structure, and position power. Now I'm applying these three factors in the leadership of Ren Zhengfei. First of all, the leader-member relation of Ren Zhengfei is good. Basically, most of employees in Huawei are quite loyal due to employee stock ownership plan, and sometimes they are marry Ren Zhengfei just for his personal charisma. However, the task structure of Huawei is relatively low. This is because half of employees in Huawei are in the R&D sector, where the fact is that the corresponding requirements, task and the path of R&D are not that easy to clarify. Last but not least, the position power of Ren Zhengfei is strong, which is because he has authority to hire or fire, give raise in rank, or pay for any employees. According to the analysis above, Ren Zhengfei owns good leader-member relations, low task structure, and strong position power in Huawei. According to the contingency model showing on the left-hand side, low and mind LPC is the preferred leadership style for Ren Zhengfei. This suggestive coincide with the actual leadership style of Ren Zhengfei. Since he is most concerned with a content goal rather than relationship is most of situations. The match between the leadership and the three factors potentially explains the great success of Ren Zhengfei in his leadership.
Okay. Let me shortly conclusion the discussion. Closely speaking, we analyze the leadership pattern of the island markers. Combination of the treated approach and style approach, and we found that island markers especially highly level of the extraction and sit in technical style of the product of the proceed modes. This is requirement for island masters to gradually cultivate some humanistic care among his employees. Then we analyze the leadership pattern of the engineer. We are convinced of the skill approach and contingents about a sentence goals rather than the relationships. And we found that the basic skill master of the engineering phase starts our expectation. We also found that engineering phase is the most consistent with sentence goals rather than the relationship is in most of the situation. This comes inside with the strategy style in the contingency approach as a matter of the fact. This batch partially expands the great success of the engineering phase in his leadership. This is all my presentation. This is our difference. Thank you. That's all.